Okay, in this video, we're going to be going over the exponent power rule. The exponent power rule states if an exponent is raised to another power, then multiply the exponents. So what this is talking about, when we have our exponents, when you have an exponent on the outside of parentheses, it's raising your power to another power. So when this happens, you multiply the exponents. So let's start with this one. We have 3 raised to the 4th power. So if I'm doing this, I'm going to copy down my base, which is a, and then I'm going to take 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. So it's a to the 12th power. Okay, some guidelines for simplifying. The exponent on the outside of the parentheses will be multiplied to the exponent on the inside. This includes the coefficients. And then simplify. Remember, if any exponent is 0, then it turns to 1. And then remember if to move your negative exponents. And what this rule is talking about is if you have x to the negative 3, it'll be 1 over x cubed. Or if you have 1 over x to the negative 3, that is equal to x cubed. So wherever you have the negative exponent, you're either bringing it to the top or the bottom of your fraction. Okay, let's do this problem. So we're going to have 3 cubed. Actually, I'm going to back up. So what you're going to do here is you're going to multiply each of the exponents by 3. If they don't have an exponent written, your exponent is 1. So my first exponent on 3 is 1, so that's going to equal 3 cubed. 3 times 4 on x to the 4th will be 12. And then y times the exponent on y is 1, so 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, from here, x cubed means 3 times 3 times 3, x to the 12th, y cubed. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. So my final answer is 27, x to the 12th, x to the 12th, y cubed is my final answer there. Problem, I am distributing 4 into each part. So it would become 2 to the 4th, x to the negative 12th, and then 0 times 4 is still 0. Okay, from here, 2 to the 4th is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. X to the negative 12th, I am bringing down to positive 12, and then y to the 0. Okay, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 gives me 16. Remember, anything to the 0 power is 1. So it's going to be 16 times 1 over x to the 12th. And then our final answer, 16 times 1 is 16 over x to the 12th. Okay, let's try this problem right here. So we're going to distribute our 4 to all of our exponents. So it's going to be 2 to the 4th, x to the negative 20th, z to the 16th, sorry, and then y to the 8th. So 2 to the 4th means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. x to the negative 20th, z to the 16th, and then y to the 8th. So our negative exponent we're going to write down in the bottom of your fraction. So this right here is your final answer. And then our final one. So everything is going to be raised to the 0 power. So 3 to the 0, x to the 0, y to the 0, and then z to the 0. This is because we multiplied all of our exponents by 0, and anything times 0 is 0. So 3 to the 0, well, that's going to be 1. X to the 0 is 1. Y to the 0 is 1. And z to the 0 is 1. So 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, which equals 1. Or we could have just seen that this is raised to the 0 power, and anything to the 0 power will always be 1.